Welcome to the Fireflies. Sorry about that. They didn't know who you were.
And Ellie?
She's all right. They brought her back. You came all this way. How'd you do it?
It was her. She fought like hell to get here. Maybe it was meant to be.
I lost most of my crew crossing the country. I pretty much lost everything. And then you show up, and somehow we find you just in time to save her. Maybe it was meant to be.
Take me to her.
You don't have to worry about her anymore. We'll take care of
I
her.
worry. Just let me see her, please.
You can't. She's being prepped for surgery.
The hell do you mean, surgery?
The doctors tell me the cordyceps, the growth inside her, has somehow mutated. It's why she's immune. Once they remove it, they'll be able to reverse engineer a vaccine. A vaccine.
But it grows all over the brain.
It does.
Find someone else.
There is no one else.
Listen, you were gonna show me where she...
Stop. I get it. But whatever it is you think you're going through right now is nothing to what I have been through. I knew her since she was born. I promised your mother I would look after her.
Then why are you letting this happen?
Because this isn't about me, or even her. There is no other choice here.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that bullshit.
March him out of here. He tries anything, shoot him. Don't waste this gift, Joe.
Get up. I said get up. Go on. Move. I said move. Give me an excuse. Which way? What the fuck you doing? Keep walking. I said keep walking. Where's the operating room? I ain't got time for this. Where? Where? Top floor, the far end.
I was gonna end it right there, but I feel like I shouldn't, right? Like, I feel like this has got to be, like, getting right up on the end. Oh, I don't know, should I take these guys or not? I feel like I shouldn't, probably. Who killed him? No.
Got a man down. The smugglers escaped.
Locate the target and eliminate him.
Man, these guys are fairly blind, right? Like, like the fact that he didn't just see me do that. Ah, got ya. Nailed it. Good night. Oh my lord. That is a huge amount of fireflies. Okay. So now the question is, though, do I go shotgun or do I go rifle? I mean, I feel like I should probably use bow as much as possible. Obviously. But, do I make this just like a long part? Or do I just end it here? Because there can't be... Oh my god. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it and hope for the best, I guess.
You're gonna pay!
Because it might be a long part. Maybe I will cut it in two. You will know by now whether or not I'll cut it in two. Because obviously if I cut it in two, this will be a week after the last part came out. And if I don't cut it in two, well then it's probably going to be a long ass video. I'm going to say if it goes to an hour and a half, I'll leave it as one. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, fuck!
Is that an assault rifle, by the way? Do I actually get an assault rifle in this game? Because that would be fucking nuts. It is an assault rifle. Oh. Swap that out because I'm obviously not going too quiet with this. Get him? Got him. See how many more. I got a couple more. This one guy looks like he's fucking charging in. Bold move. Come on, buddy, go ahead. Where the fuck are you going? Trying to flank me? Got one guy there. Got this guy doing something. Oh my god. Long range shotgun, not good. Dude, you should put your head down. Oh god, he actually survived. I knocked off his helmet. There we go. Oh my god, look at them all. Jesus Christ. Am I supposed to, like, just not fight these guys or something? I mean, it would make sense, because there does seem to be quite a few of them. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I can hold down my little corner here, at least. I mean, it's not ideal. But, I mean... Okay, I see that guy back there. I'm going to switch this out for my rifle. Got him. Let's get a little bit of healy heals going on here. Go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, fuck. Maybe at some point, some of these guys that he's killed that have had, like, the tack vests and that on, maybe he should have grabbed one of those. Just saying. Come on. Oh, fuck. Got him. Okay, let's do that. I really hope that I can basically just hold out and kill everyone here. Because if there's gonna be like this many enemies on every floor, I am so fucked. Oh, that's that one guy that I shot with the bow. I like completely forgot about that guy. Oh, there's no way in hell. Was that another guy running like right? Oh, fuck. Shouldn't have stood up when I did. Oh, nope. Bullshit. Body armor or not, a shotgun that close? Oh, fuck. Got him. Okay. I am taking some hits here. I'll give them that. They're definitely putting up a solid fight. But now that I've got to this corner, they do seem to be a bit more dumb about what to do. Which is obviously ideal for me. Got him. Oh, I see more flashlights. Bunch more guys running in. Nope, not this time. Okay. Again, got it. Alright. Let's see here. I feel like may not have been a flashlight that I saw. Okay, so I killed a lot of dudes there. Like, the Fireflies numbers have greatly diminished since they pissed off Joel. People have really got to learn to not piss him off, because Jesus Christ. I don't have very much for blades, unfortunately, and that's really... It's really the only thing I need right now is more blades, eh? Because I'm pretty good on everything else. And by pretty good on everything else, I mean, like, I have everything else already. Let's see. I only got 3 shotgun shells left. I only got 3 rifle shells left. So I guess I'll switch to the assault rifle. So I'm pretty sure that I read that when you go into New Game Plus, you don't get all of the weapons. Like, you still have to get each weapon, but they just retain any upgrades that you've done to them. So, like, all those upgrades to my shotguns, like, you know, I won't start with a shotgun, but as soon as I get a shotgun, it will have all those upgrades. So, why give me an assault rifle at the end of the game? Like, I mean, that makes... I don't know. I'm just wondering if there's actually going to be any upgrades I can do to the assault rifle. Unless I misread something, or I'm thinking of something else, and I do actually just start with all my weapons. That seems a little overpowered, to be able to start the game with, like, all the weapons. But at the same time, it is New Game Plus. I mean, generally, if you want to start the game and not have all the weapons and upgrades, you just start a brand new game, right? But I mean, just like the sheer amount of stuff that they seem to be putting at, like, not that there wasn't stuff throughout the entire game, but, like, most of the time, by the time you reach this point in a game like this, there's, like, fucking nothing left. Like, there's nothing to collect, nothing, like, a few collectibles maybe, but there's, like, no new weapons, no new armor in games where that's applicable. Those that I've already searched this room, it seems. Like, for example, taking this game as an example, but just translating it to other games like it, there would be, like, no more no new weapons. There would be no new tools to upgrade anything. There wouldn't be, like, anything like that. Oh, nice, some free health. That's good. I do seem to be taking a lot less damage from bullets than I thought I did. Like, unless the assault rifle is just, like, garbage for damage, but I don't know because I mean, I assumed I wasn't getting an assault rifle to try and make you, you know, put a little bit more skill in the game. Not that assault rifles, you know, you can be good with a automatic weapon, you know, like, I'm not saying that they take 0 skill, but they definitely take less skill. Because you can obviously spray and pray if you so chose, which I generally don't do. I usually hate automatic weapons in most games. Like, there are very few games where I'll use an automatic weapon. Just strictly based on the fact that, oh, shit. Okay. Dodge them. Yeah, it is. Oh, God. I'm gonna say this thing better. Oh, are they not actually gonna... Nope, they fucking took cover. So now the question is could I have taken out that guy stealthily? Maybe? Possibly? That guy's standing awfully still. And now he's just not standing. It's nice of him to stand that still for me to line up that shot. Anybody else? I mean, I know that there was 2 more of you assholes that ran past me over there. Oh, there's one. Oh, he's moving, but he's not coming towards me. The fuck is... Oh, it's my arrow that I used. The real question is do I make a break for the stairwell, or... Go across there, because they don't actually know where I am, which is obviously handy. There might still be... no, nothing else this way. Okay. Well, if I'm going into a stairwell, I'll definitely want a shotgun of some sort. I don't know how there's like a very small end table there that's apparently preventing Joel. There we go, that'll work. And I need to go up, so first I'll go down. Quick check, nothing. Right, up we go, up we go. Up we go. Now the real question is there more combat? Maybe. I mean, I could see it going either way, because I mean, that was a lot of combat right there. But at the same time, it's the end of the game. They probably want to, ooh, okay.
April 28th. Marlene was right. The girl's infection is like nothing I've ever seen. The cause of her immunity is uncertain. As we've seen in all past cases, the antigenic titers of the patient's cordyceps remain high in both the serum and the cerebrospinal fluid. Blood cultures taken from the patient rapidly grow cordyceps and fungal media in the lab. However, white blood cell lines, including percentages and absolute counts, are completely normal. There is no elevation of pro-inflammatory cytokines, and an MRI of the brain shows no evidence of fungal growth in the limbic regions, which would normally accompany the prodrome of aggression in infected patients. We must find a way to replicate this state under laboratory conditions. We're about to hit a milestone in human history equal to the discovery of penicillin. After years of wandering in circles, we're about to come home, make a difference, and bring the human race back into control of its own destiny. All of our sacrifices and the hundreds of men and women who've bled for this cause, or worse, will not be in vain.
All right. I mean, it is. It's all going to be in vain because, you know, you can't kill Ellie. I've seen the end of this game. I think I've said that. I think I started this Let's Play saying that I have seen the end of this game. So, like, I know how it ends. All right. Got some more pills. Ooh, a pendant. What's this one? Oh, look for the light. Bryony Stewart Soom. I'm assuming that means that I collected all of the pendants. Oh, look at all this ammo. That's full. It's awesome. Is that one full, though? It isn't. Do that. Load my shotgun up. Oh, got a big pipe there, but I don't need it. I still have the axe, which is insta-kills. I think my axe with its upgrade has as many insta-kills on it as that pipe just has, like, hits. Okay. So I think that chick there is the one that I thought was the chick you started the game with. I mean, they're both black chicks. That's probably what, you know, got me. Is because, like, I saw her in the last cutscene, and then I just saw this chick that you started with, and I'm like, oh, it's probably her. Oh, what's this one? Looks like a recorder.
It's 5:30 p.m. on April 28th. I just finished speaking with, more like yelling at our head surgeon. Apparently, there's no way to extricate the parasite without eliminating the host. Fancy way of saying we gotta kill the fucking kid. And now they're asking for my go-ahead. The tests just keep getting harder and harder, don't they? I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. And I just want this to end. So be it.
I mean, so she knew Ellie since she was a kid, and she's still willing to go through with this. Like, I mean, here's the thing, though, right? I feel like in the same situation, I feel like I would still do it. I'd be like, all right, I understand. She has to die. Because, I mean, like she said, it's not just about Ellie. It's about literally saving the human race. And I mean, yes, it's sad that we must kill the little girl, but at the same time, that means that every other little girl from here on out doesn't have to worry about, you know, becoming a weird plant monster. March 15th, we finally crossed the Utah border. In a couple of days, we'll be back with the others. Today, the crew is in much better spirits. I've been worried about their morale since Greg and Tanya's passing last week. It's good to hear them laughing again. Robin came up to me and said, "Thanks for watching over us, Marlene." It was a small gesture, but I needed it. March 23rd, Ellie never made it. We arrived at the hospital. There was much celebration, at least from the others. I guess they're happy to see their old friends. We haven't seen some of these guys in over 10 years. After they told me the news, I couldn't eat, I couldn't talk to anyone. I should be grateful to just be alive, but right now I just want to shut my eyes for a bit. March 24th. They look at me and I know what they're thinking, that we're a bunch of incompetent grunts. What was I supposed to do? I thought I was going to die. My men were being hunted by the entire Boston battalion. I had to get her out of the city. How was I supposed to know the Firefly escorts were already dead? God damn it. I panicked, and in the end, I healed pretty damn quickly, and my men were more capable than I gave them credit for. More than a handful survived the army's attack. I should have kept her with me. Instead, I handed her off to a couple of smugglers. I failed you, Anna. I failed all of us. I am an incompetent grunt. April 25th. I can't stand talking to any of them. I don't think I can take the stairs any longer. No way I can stay here. April 28th. One of our scouts just radioed in. He spotted an older man and a young girl entering the tunnel by the bus terminal. He thinks she might have had red hair, but he's not sure. What if it's her? Stop doing this, Marlene. The recon squad is about to head out. I'm going to join them. April 28th. When you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. She's alive. They're running the tests on her now. I can't tell if I'm excited, scared, or just nervous. All I know is my hands won't stop shaking. All right. Does Ellie have red hair? I feel like a lot of people say that they're redheads when they're not, when they're just like a lighter brown, and they're like, nah, a redhead. It's like, yeah, but you're not. You have light brown hair. I mean, that's not red. I mean, it's redder than my hair, but it's still not, you know, red hair. Get a second shiv going here. 2 med kits should be fine for now. Yeah, Joel, you gotta stop. Like, I understand you just made it. You want to show it off, but you gotta stop pulling out a Molotov every time you put a rag in a bottle. It's unnecessary. Oh, is that just a brick? Why is there a brick on a scale? Somebody wanted to weigh their brick? Like, really? Where the fuck did I come up from? Honestly, I'm looking for the stairs I came up. I think it's that door there with the light shining on it, because I remember the bright-ass light coming in. Now, check, make sure my... Okay, video's still going, audio's still going. Good to know. I gotta check because obviously this is now running a little long, and that generally doesn't bode well for me in these kinds of matters. It doesn't look like there's anything over there. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so they're coming. Oh. Oh.
The hell was that?
Nothing. Oh god, he lived.
Saw something.
Get him. Got him. May have alerted the rest of them. See, did I? Oh, yep, I did. Oh, that was a risk. I had to take it. Well, I didn't have to, but... Okay, goodbye to you. Goodbye to you. Fucking love this gun. It is so fucking overpowered. Oh, is that a dude there? That is a dude there. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to you. Oh. Come on now. All I need to see is like an elbow, a little toe. That's all I need to see, and this gun will kill you. Okay, it looks like I got one more guy over there. Oh, two. Got two more guys. Who apparently don't know where I am anymore. Which I guess makes sense. Okay, and boop. Okay, that guy didn't notice. Which is good. He shouldn't have noticed. That makes sense. Okay. That guy is armored. I was going to say that guy might not be armored. I don't have to headshot him, but he is armored. Dude, steady aim with the bow is so fucking necessary. It's not even funny. Although I will say it's probably a combination of having both tiers of steady aim with the bow and the fact that the humans don't wiggle around like the clickers do. So, I mean, I can get the headshots on humans because they're not, like, wiggling around nearly as much. And not to mention the, you know, the bow, supremely helpful against people, I will admit. Insanely good against humans. Wish I had realized it sooner. At the same time, my Magnum with the scope, insanely overpowered because it let me kill, like, this entire room by shooting people in, like, the elbow. Like, oh god, it's so good. Like, the rifle, even with its armor piercing, I don't think I have both tiers of armor piercing. I think I only got the one tier. So I mean, I can cut through a helmet to kill a guy with a headshot, but as it stands, I still need the headshot with my rifle at the moment. Whereas with this gun, with the Magnum, I can fucking just shoot them, like I said, shoot them in the elbow and just be done with it. Like, as long as I can see a piece of them, they're dead. Oh, oh, it is another recorder. All right.
Hey, Anna. It's been a while since we spoke. I just gave the okay to proceed with the surgery. I really doubt I had much of a choice. Asking me was more of a formality. I need you to know that I've kept my promise all these years. Despite everything that I was in charge of, I looked after her. I would have done anything for her, and at times here's a chance to save us. All of us. This is what we were after. What you were after. They asked me to kill the smuggler. I'm not about to kill the one man in this facility that might understand the weight of this choice. Maybe he can forgive me. Oh, I
All right. She does seem really broken up about the decision. I'll give her that. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, if she knew the kid since she was born, that she wouldn't be willing to do this at all. I mean, just based on, you know, everything that I know about people. Okay, so I think this might be the the end of the game.
Doctor? What are you doing in here? I won't let you take her. This is our future. Think of all the lives we'll save.
You fucking
Oh, and the
animal!
reload. The reload was brutal, I'll admit. The reload was probably brutal. And to be fair, I probably only had to kill the one, if that.
Come on, baby girl. I got you. I got you. Oh, shit.
Run, Joel, run. Nah, I'm not over
Get
here.
out of here, girl. I got you.
Oh, I hope I gotta keep running this way.
Come on.
Oh, I feel like they've got like... They can't shoot me though, right? Because I have her, so they can't really... Oh, do anything to me, right? Like, that's a thing.
We're okay. We're okay.
Yeah, you got this, Joel. Don't worry about it. Elevator? There's no way that's still working.
I said get back!
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Stop!
There's no way that they would be able to shoot. Like, that they would be allowed to shoot while he has her. Not a fucking chance.
You can't save her. Even if you get her out of here, then what? How long before she's torn to pieces by a pack of clickers? That is, if she hasn't been raped and murdered first.
It ain't for you to decide.
It's what she'd want. And you know it. Look. You can still do the right thing here. She won't feel anything.
What the hell am I wearing?
Just take it easy. Drugs are still wearing off.
What happened?
We found the Fireflies. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you, Ellie. People that are immune. There's dozens, actually. Ain't done 'em a damn bit of good, neither. They've stopped looking for a cure. I'm taking us home. I'm sorry.
Wait! Let me go. Please.
You just come after her. Looks like we're walking. Should be a straight shot through here.
Oh.
All right.
Actually kind of pretty, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Where is there's one thingy popper? All right. So yeah, that's see now I don't know what this is about. When you're back in a forest, look for a pickup behind you. Oh, after. So like I've seen that cutscene before, and that was it. Like that's the extent of. So like I don't know anything else past that or past this. Now I imagine it's not a lot.
I got it.
Feeling
Yeah.
the needs now.
Oh, I see it. There we
I
go.
don't think I ever told you, but Sarah and I used to take hikes like this. I could tell you we've been good friends.
Yeah, probably.
I know she's alive.
Bet I will.
Scavenger. The travelers have been crippled for now. Daniela's daring plan and her seemingly miraculous escape back home have made her a galvanizing figurehead to the last watch. Captain Ryan's sacrifice has made him a martyr, an illusion Daniela won't dispel. But how long can she keep what really happened a secret? See, now I feel like if I got those in the right order, that would make a lot more sense to me. Obviously, like he did a betrayal or something at some point, but I don't know. I feel like those are probably also laid out the way they are to, you know, be like, oh, look at that. It's like telling you what's happening.
But down there.
Yeah, look at that. I'm assuming we're going back to Tommy. Just because I don't know where else, you know,
It's a little bit
home
further
would
now.
be. Because I can't imagine it would be Boston. It didn't seem to be going that well for them there. And, you know, Tommy seemed to have a good situation going there. Oh. Hey, Joel, you want to, like, oh, there we go.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
Hey, wait. Back in Boston? Back when I was bitten? I wasn't alone. My best friend was there. And she got bit too. We didn't know what to do. So, she says, let's just wait it out. You know, we can be all poetic and just lose our minds together. I'm still waiting for my turn.
Ellie.
Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
None of that is on you.
Oh, you don't understand.
I struggled for a long time with surviving. And you... No matter what, you keep finding something to fight for. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything that you've said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay?
All right. And that's the end of The Last of Us. I will be doing the DLC, but as is usual, during the credits, I will do a little reviewy on the game here, because, you know, that's the best time to do it, is after you finish the game, not after you've just put a few hours but haven't made it to the end. I will say it is a little bit of a rough start to get used to. And I think it's because it's so similar to so many other games, and yet just that little bit different, that like you try and do something the way you would do it in this other game, but it doesn't work. Obviously, by the end, by how fast I tore through some of those last sections there of enemies, once you learn how to use the tools that you're given, the game obviously becomes significantly easier. Because, like, those last few groups of enemies there, I just obliterated them. Now, granted, I am on a lower difficulty. I'm not on easy. I think I'm on normal. So, I mean, obviously, on the higher difficulties, you have less materials. You have less ammo. But ammo was never really a problem for me because I would constantly... And that may have been my issue, is I may not have went hard on... Like, I tried to stealth too much, maybe, at points. But that's usually the way I play these games. Obviously, by the end of it, I kind of stopped. But I think I tried to stealth too much without using the bow. Like, I tried to hand-to-hand stealth too much because I didn't quite realize exactly how powerful the bow was. Because I didn't realize that it could kill unarmored humans in one hit, the runners in one hit. I assumed that I would still have to get a headshot on them. And especially before I got the steady hand, it was obviously a lot harder to get a headshot, depending on the angle you were at. So, I mean, I didn't use the bow. I feel like I didn't use the bow enough. That's definitely a thing. I probably tried to stealth more than I should have. And obviously not so much near the end, but earlier on, I was a lot more reluctant to use, like, my Molotovs and my bombs, right? I never once used the smoke screen. So I don't know how well that works for anything. I imagine it's fine if you know how to use it, but I never used it. As for the gun upgrade system, once again, depending on how New Game Plus works, I'm not sure how I feel about that. The fact that you have to get more tools to upgrade them further, I like that part. But the fact that the last tool set is like right before the end of the game seems like a bit much. I feel like you should be able to get your upgrades done by the time you reach the last, like, I'd say like the last 2 sections of a game, you should have all the upgrades that you can get. But that might just be me. Some people may have liked that. You got like the last things. Like I got that assault rifle at the end. Now, whether or not it even has any upgrades, I don't know. If you take it into New Game Plus with you, it might have upgrades. If you don't take it in New Game Plus with you, it can't have upgrades. Well, it might have upgrades, but there'd be no point because you wouldn't obviously have it to upgrade because there's no workbench after you get it. As like getting the drugs to upgrade your shit, that was good. The parts to upgrade your thing along with the tools, also good. The story was amazing. It was great. I think that Joel was a little bit more, or a little bitchy for a little bit longer than he should have been. I feel like he should have resigned himself to, okay, this is basically my new daughter. Or, you know, my adopted daughter at this point. Like, I feel like he should have resigned himself to that a lot earlier. A little bit more detail on the passage of time, because when Joel got wounded, it just started to snow when they were escaping. And then when it cut to the next time, like, obviously when we got back to him, like, it looked like it had been winter for a while at that point. And, like, the way that he seemed to be wounded and the way that he seemed to be feverish and whatnot when she got back to him, I feel like, based on how much time seemed to have passed, he wouldn't have been living at that point. And then same with after that section, and then when it goes back to spring, they don't tell you how long it's been, and Ellie still seems to be severely upset by what happened. Now, once again, it still seemed to be deep winter, so you'd have to assume that it was early winter during when you play as Ellie. It would have to be early winter, because there's no way Joel was living that long without antibiotics or something. So then if that's early winter, and then it's spring by that point, that means that there had to have been, now I don't know exactly how long winter lasts down around Salt Lake City, but it's gotta last at least a few months, right? Like with snow on the ground and everything. So like, I feel like over a few months, she would have got over it, because yes, she got captured. Yes, the guy tried to kill her. And yes, they may have tried to eat her, but none of that happened. And like, you could say it's because she killed that guy, but at the same time, as you're going through that section with Ellie, look at how many people you killed. Like, you killed so many people during that section. So, I mean, like, just killing that one guy shouldn't have, you know, made that much of a difference. As for the other humans, the Fireflies seem to make sense to me, because the military didn't seem to be doing its job very well. But once again, that would require more knowledge of it, because outside of the, like, as soon as you leave Boston, you never really run into the military again. So it's hard to tell, like, how much of a strain was being put on the military to keep these quarantine zones safe and everything, right? So that, based on what we saw, it makes sense for the Fireflies to be a faction. It doesn't really make sense for them to be fighting against the military, though, is the thing. Now, once again, we don't know why the military hated the Fireflies specifically. If we knew that more, like, if we knew more details between why they hated them, like why the military was after them so much, it might have made more sense. But as it stands, they just seem to be an alternate group attempting to help, you know, humanity live, which would be on the same side as the military. The military and them should have been potentially working together, because, you know, at this point, everything's gone to shit, right? So, you know, that would make more sense to me as an individual. In my opinion, make more sense for them to have been working with the military, but once again, don't have all the information required to know for sure, right? As for the other humans eating other people, the plague didn't really seem to affect animals. Or the plague, whatever. The fungus didn't affect animals, obviously. So I don't understand quite how... Like, I understand that there's probably way too many people alive, like, now, for, like, if we lost all of our ranches and that. Like, we probably couldn't just hunt and live. Like, not everyone anyway. But at the same time, it seemed like a huge amount of the population had been dead. So I feel like if the animals hadn't been affected by the fungus, then there still would have been enough hunting for the amount of people that were left. They wouldn't have to resort to cannibalism. And especially during the winter months, I think I brought that up during the section where we played as Ellie, where during the winter months, humanity, like the different factions should have theoretically been more willing to cooperate with each other and less, like, shooty on sight. But yeah, that was Last of Us. Apparently I was playing on normal. I got all but I think 2 collectibles. And I think I can look up my trophies from here, right? Oh, but right. Maybe. No, update later. View trophy saved on there. 16%, that's it? Oh god, that's a lot of DLC, alright. Look for the light. Okay, so I found all those. I found all the... Oh, I didn't find all the comics. Did I miss a comic? I knew I missed an artifact. It must have been a comic, because those must be... I must have missed one comic and one artifact. Training manuals. But I found all the collectibles somehow. How the fuck did I get that, but not these 2? That... Alright, whatever. Craft every... Yeah. Unlock all shiv doors? I could have swore I did that as well. Fully upgrade jewel supplements. I'm assuming you can't do that until a second playthrough, unless there's even more supplements on easy. Fully upgrade all weapons. Once again, unless there's more parts on easy, that's definitely for that. All optional conversations. I thought I got all those as well. Whatever. Hard survivor. And I think if you play these on New Game Plus, you also get the regular versions of them. And then a bunch of... Alright. And then a bunch of... not DLC, but multiplayer stuff. So yeah, that was The Last of Us. I will be doing, what's it called? Left Behind, right? The DLC? Yeah. So I will be doing Left Behind starting next week. I don't know how big the DLC is, but we'll give it a go. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.